welcome to TechBridge. My name is Tony Lagoke. This is a platform that gives you all that you need to know when it comes to technology. The virtual world, the physical world, and the financial world has become so increasingly linked to each other, and that is why we want to do this today. Let's quickly go on a short break, then we'll come back to speak extensively on this topic.
Hi, my name is Kingsley. All right, those we read about on the headlines are those who follow trends. If you want to hear about the latest trends, keep watching TechBridge on Lagos television. Trust me, you will get the first and best information right here. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Confidence Davely. I'm an ethical hacker. Keep watching TechBridge on Lagos television.
Hi everyone, my name is Ali Akdogan. I'm a video games designer. Keep watching TechBridge on Lagos television.
I'm Adiola Eka, influencer, content strategist. Keep watching TechBridge on LTV.
Well, welcome back from that commercial break. And then the previous episode, we've spoken extensively on NFTs, blockchain, but there's a marriage between all this new technology. And in the house today, we have expert who wants to tell us more, especially on Metaverse and Web 3.0. I have Kingsley Anozie in the house. Kingsley, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
It's good. The NFTs that we treated some time ago actually pushed a lot of guys to make more research. But today, let's look at Metaverse, because Metaverse is trending now. So what is Metaverse?
Okay, to understand that word Metaverse, let's look at the word universe. So for the universe, these are things we can see, feel, and touch. For Metaverse, we are talking about a virtual world. So in other words, Metaverse is more like an online concept that combines online 3D virtual world. More like, if you want to have a feel of what it looks like, you would just wear a headset, the virtual reality headset. Those kind of headset one wears when you are watching a virtual reality game. Okay. So when you wear the headset now, you'll be taken into the virtual world where you can now see the game. So that kind of concept is what the Metaverse looks like. So
I'm sure those guys who are good in games are happy that we're talking about virtual sets. So but how does it work? How does this Metaverse work?
Okay, just like I said, for you to have the experience of the Metaverse, first things first, you have to have a headset that will take you into the virtual world. So Metaverse has to do with connecting all areas of life. So in the virtual world, you're going to see the tangible things that would make it work. So those things are what we call the non-fungible tokens. You're going to see land, properties, all these virtual properties, we call them NFTs. So there's also what we call the concept of interaction in the Metaverse. So all these things put together are being run by the augmented reality. So in other words, when you wear the headset now, you also hold on to the pads such that when you become a character in the virtual world, anything you are doing is controlled by you right here through the aid of the augmented reality pads. So as you move your pads now, you will see yourself doing the same thing in the virtual world.
Virtual world, spiritual world. All right, it looks like Metaverse is basically for games. What can I use Metaverse for? Because I know for NFTs, and the cryptocurrency, they deal with more of financial world. But in Metaverse, because we still look at Web 3.0, what can I use Metaverse for?
Okay, Metaverse is more like where everything happens. Even the NFTs, the Web3, everything works in the Metaverse. So Metaverse, just like I said, is a project on its own. So if you talk about Metaverse now, you're talking about different kinds of Metaverse. For example, if somebody wants to build a Metaverse for his game, it's a different project. So just to answer your question, Metaverse can be used for a game project.
Game project?
That's one. It can also be used for business in the sense that one can even buy virtual properties like lands. For example, somebody now that wants to build a game can also develop, first thing for he needs to buy the virtual land where his game will be built from any project company that deals with metaverse. So you can do business in the metaverse. One of the recent news that we had on the internet is JP Morgan's, one of the biggest banks in US, is trying to build their own bank in the metaverse. So you can have parties in the metaverse, you can have an online dating in the metaverse, you can play games in the metaverse, you can even have church service in the metaverse, but it has to do with different projects. So any metaverse you want to access, first things first, that project has to be built. So in other words, we have different metaverses. Yeah.
So different metaverses.
Yeah.
But you mentioned something like virtual land.
Yes.
Who are the owner of this virtual land? Because
Okay.
we don't want to be lost in this space. Yes, we need to track it and know what is this virtual land when it comes to metaverse.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because somebody may be asking, what is a virtual land? If I want to shock you, a virtual land may be worth, for example, $10,000. So how do you understand this whole thing? There are cryptocurrency projects that deals with metaverses. For example, there's one called Decentraland. That project is focused on building games in the metaverse. So for you to build a game, for example, now that you call a metaverse, first things first, you need to buy off some properties from the Decentraland. So when you buy this land from them, because they specialize in selling the virtual land, because they already have their own metaverse ready for this kind of opportunity. Then
you have still not answered my question, because the viewers may be interested in maybe investing or taking advantage of metaverse. Who are the owner of virtual land?
Okay, good. Now, the two major owners that I will tell you for now, we're going to have more in the future, but the two major ones now are the Sandbox and Decentraland.
Okay.
So if you want to buy a virtual land now that you can call yours, just go to a marketplace like OpenSea.io. It's a marketplace where virtual lands are sold. So just type virtual lands on the search page, you will see it pop up. You will see the prices. It will shock you that you'll be seeing a virtual land for $8,000.
I'm not surprised, because you've already said JP Morgan in the US wants to venture into this aspect. Okay, so now it looks like there is a marriage of blockchain, cryptocurrency, NFTs with metaverse. Maybe you can just have more understanding of how this thing interact or interwoven.
Okay, the way it works is just like I said from the beginning, the metaverse is a virtual reality space.
All right.
You can access it with your headset. That's one. Now, when you get into the metaverse has to do with connecting different aspects of life so that there will be something like life in it.
All right.
So the NFTs, the avatars, the properties you find in the metaverse are what we call the NFTs.
Non-fungible
tokens. Now, what makes you own a property in the metaverse? The blockchain technology. Because blockchain now will connect you to buy a property, you pay with cryptocurrency that is under blockchain, and it will be saved in your private cryptocurrency wallet. So that's how blockchain comes in the metaverse. Now, the last one is the Web 3.0. That is what will facilitate the interaction. Just like now, you want to send a link on YouTube, and when I click on that link, I access the video. So Web 3 is an advancement of the internet that would help metaverse to work. We're going to come to that because I know
actually, it's good that we're talking about this, because this platform is for the future, and the future is now.
Okay.
So, in a couple of days or weeks, people will begin to relate to what we're talking about, because now it's still strange to a lot of people because we are still trying to catch up.
Yes.
You don't forget, Nigerians, most time, we sometimes look as if we are backward, but when we tap into those technology, we move fast at a faster rate. And I want us to look at example of cryptocurrency and the metaverse project.
Okay.
Yes, we've mentioned one of them, which was on game, but maybe we can look at some other examples.
Yeah, I think the two major ones for now, just like I said, are the Sandbox and the Decentraland. The Sandbox has this abbreviation known as SAND. So when you hear someone buying a cryptocurrency by name SAND, they are investing into the metaverse, because first things first, the way it works is if a company now wants to build, let's say for example a game, first thing you need to do is to buy that project from the creators of the sandbox. There was this news we had over the internet about a couple that met online. So they wanted to have their engagement in the metaverse. So what did they do? They bought a piece of land from Sandbox, paid a lot of money, then got a game construction company to build their metaverse. Now, in that metaverse, they only had 50 NFTs in form of avatars. And if you must attend the wedding, they will give you an NFT. So when you wear your headset now with your pouch, you are live in the ceremony.
Technology is just too interesting, and I'm loving it. Anyway, I'm loving it because sometimes people always think how these things come about. Okay. But the truth is, a little bit here, a little bit there, being put together gives you the actual thing you need. Now, you have spoken about NFTs.
Yes.
And that should have been my next question, to say, what are the roles of these non-fungible tokens in Metaverse?
Okay, just like I said before, the NFTs represent the characters. Remember, I defined Metaverse as a virtual concept whereby it represents all areas of life. So Metaverse is just like the universe. In our universe, right, you see a piece of land, we all represent human beings in the metaverse, in the universe. So the same thing happens in the metaverse. Each avatar represents an identity. So when you go to a platform and you hear people sell NFTs, it simply means that in a particular metaverse, that NFT represents an identity. For example, now, there's a metaverse known as the Shiba Social Club metaverse. This is an example now. They have about 5,000 NFTs. What does that mean? When that metaverse is completed, if, for example, you buy that NFT, when the game is playing, you can play yourself in the game.
All right.
So NFT, in other words, represents the characters that play in the metaverse.
So it's a token, it's a representation.
Just use the word
component.
Component in that metaverse.
Okay. So the Web 3.0 is just the technology that drives
it. Good.
Like the operating system that helps you to work with it. Okay. Now that is good. When I look at gaming, when I look at 3D, it's making sense. But when it comes to financial world, how can Metaverse really help fintech industry?
Okay, first thing we mentioned it before, real estate projects. We have a lot of virtual realtors in the metaverse. If you want to get what I'm talking, just do a simple research on yourself. Just like I said, OpenSea, type Decentraland. You will see people that trade virtual lands. They buy cheap, they sell high. They buy cheap, they sell high. So real estate project is one way to make money. Another way is NFTs.
Kingsley, I'm still interested because I need to know, do we have people in Nigeria who are doing all this trading?
Yes, of course, a lot. I'm telling you, a lot. I don't want to start mentioning names now.
No, we don't need the name. We just want to be sure.
But there's a celebrity right now in Nigeria that sings, I won't mention his name, that just launched his own NFT. And what does he do? He has duplicated himself, I think about, I don't know the amount he did, but now if you buy his NFT now, right now, you enjoy some utilities in his own metaverse.
Wow. So
this is just a way of making progress or making some cool cash from the metaverse.
I think we need to do more advocacy on that because some people think if you are not a technology guy or computer science guy or programmer, you can't even benefit. But you have just mentioned an artist who is just a musician, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, where is the starting point for common people?
Okay, first things first, it's always a deal to learn about these things. Then when you get the basic knowledge, you can now venture into it. But if you want to start collecting or making money, you want to start making some money for yourself in the metaverse, I think the best place to start is investing in legitimate NFT projects. For example, now, if you know of any metaverse or any company that sells their NFTs, Just buy some cheap ones and be patient.
Just like shares.
Yes, just buy some cheap, because remember, the metaverse is the project. When you buy the identity in that project, it's all about waiting, becoming patient until the project is completed. When it's completed, the value of these things in the metaverse skyrockets.
Wow. So that is the right time to now sell.
Yes.
And make your money, cool cash. Okay. I remember when cryptocurrency came, a number of people were like, this is a fraud, this is MMM, this is fraudsters. But today, average technology adopts this.
Yes.
Cryptocurrency, blockchain. My question is, do we have like stores where they display so much on this metaverse, on NFTs, on all other cryptocurrencies?
Stocks like
store, people that sells. For example, if I want to buy the normal share, I have all these capital markets, people that sells, so that I can approach. I'm sure that they're doing legitimate businesses. Okay. Do we have such even in Nigeria?
Yeah, the thing is, when it comes to blockchain technology, we're talking about a decentralized system.
All right.
Because that's the challenge about cryptocurrency for some people. They feel that let somebody be in charge. We need to know who is running this. Okay. But unfortunately, or will I use the word fortunately, cryptocurrency and blockchain operates on a decentralized system, meaning that nobody controls anything. You cannot, and that's where the beauty comes in. So if you want to invest in cryptocurrency, you need to invest in a decentralized exchange. The same thing happens in a metaverse, NFTs. If you want to buy and invest, it's the same thing you're going to do. You're going to go to a legitimate marketplaces where these things are sold. I will always advise people, if you want to invest in NFTs, go for legitimate and big markets, such that when it's time for you to resell, you can always do that with ease.
Fantastic. Okay, Kingsley, in the course of our discussion, we mentioned 3D and metaverse.
Yeah.
Is it that metaverse is used only for 3D? Can it work with 2D? Can it work with other platforms? Or is tailored towards 3D?
It's towards 3D
because of reality.
Yes, that virtual reality concept comes in. That's where it comes. Because metaverse is more like it's not what you see or feel or touch. It's just an experience you enjoy when you wear that headset. And most of these virtual reality headsets all are, in fact, someone that plays the 3D virtual reality game will have a better understanding on what we are saying here now. Because immediately you wear this, if it's the one of car racing now, for example, you will see yourself driving a car in a virtual world. So that's just the concept of what we are trying to explain.
It's a feeling. It's an experience.
Yes.
In 2011, I remember the first time I put on the, what do you call it?
The virtual reality
headset. I was lost because they were trying to display. I went for a program and they were trying to show us a virtual set then. So after putting on a cloth and a green background like this, so the lady there in CNN just brought the virtual reality headset, and we're like, we're in another world.
Wow.
So it's making sense now, because then I didn't even know what they were talking about. But now let's look at metaverse vis-a-vis Nigeria.
Okay.
What is the penetration? Because you've just mentioned that nobody controls it.
Yeah.
It is borderless and it is global.
Yeah.
So now penetration in Nigeria, do we have statistics that talks about the number of people or the trend? Maybe we have more people there.
Yeah, the thing is this. Now many Nigerians are beginning to wake up. And the way, if you go to the internet right now, before you make some clicks on your phone, you will see an advertisement on Metaverse. I can tell you from facts that I know that many Nigerians have already keyed into this. I don't want to start mentioning them, but we have a lot of celebrities doing this secretly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So many Nigerians are really doing this.
I think it's still work in progress for a number of people. And the truth is, so many people always want to believe that, okay, the financial world will be the ones to push it, like JP Morgan is pushing over there. So if you can look at it, it will be good for us to look at other aspects of technology that can help us to have value, to boost the economy. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Before I close, Kingsley, let me quickly find out from you. Is there any side effect to all this technology when we're talking about Metaverse, Web 3.0? Okay. Is there any danger zone? Is there anything we need to know?
Well, the thing is, the truth is this. There's always the good, bad, and ugly sides when it comes to life, and even anything that is not controlled by the Almighty. Nothing is perfect. But just to be on the safe side, it's always recommended before you invest in all these kind of projects, do your due diligence, make sure you read to get the right knowledge. That's the first thing I would advise. And also, training, there's nothing training cannot do. Make sure you get trained before
Trained
you...
by
Yes.
who? Because they are virtual. Most of them are virtual.
Okay, what I mean by training is that sometimes there is a need to get basic knowledge before you go into these things. Because if you want to invest in a virtual world, for example, now we are talking nothing less than at least 200,000, and that's big money for some people. So why not get the basic information before you start investing your hard-earned money? But I always advise, before you do anything like investment, make sure you read about the project. It's very important.
At least you can know the right direction,
the right ones to invest, because there are a lot of scams out there. Whatever that is trending in any part of the world, especially in this part of the continent we are in,
Africa,
you still have some people that want to cheat people out of it. That's the basic truth.
No, you're right, because that's why we're always looking at this, and that is why we're doing this on TECHBRIDGE. Metaverse, NFT, blockchain, cryptocurrency, they are valuables, they are viable businesses. Okay, Kingsley, I will still want to find out from you before you leave the stage. When it comes to organization embracing Metaverse, do they need anything as a component? We call it system requirements. Is there anything, or just my phone and my data? Because I'll equally look at internet, because most of these things are driven by data, internet. So is there anything I need to have as system requirement? What are the equipment I need to put together? Okay,
it's as simple as normally, if a company wants to just embrace Metaverse, I would advise them to start from the NFT part of it.
All right.
Before you even start building your Metaverse, which is very expensive because it has to be done very well, and it's not a small project. Start by creating your own NFTs. And what makes people invest in your own NFT before even your Metaverse is the utilities attached to it. For example, when I say utilities, the benefit they get. For example, let me just use your studio as an example now. If LTV decides to create her own NFT and says, okay, if you have or invest in our own NFT, you have access to these shows, these benefits, you'll be amazed. People would want to even subscribe or pay some amounts for your NFT. Wow. Because they have some specific benefits. So it's now your own job to decide on what extra benefits you will give those that would buy off the NFTs. So that they can have value for their money. That is it. Okay, so that's how it works. Mostly, I could see that value is attached to NFTs. Yes. Value is attached to Metaverse. Yes. So it is for you to now create something that is valuable so that people can invest in it. That's correct. Buy. Okay, that's good. Kingsley, thank you for coming on this platform. My pleasure, sir. I want to believe that subsequently when we call you, you will respond to our request. Thank you. Viewer, let's quickly go on a short break, after which we bring this show to an end. Hi, my name is Kingsley. All right, those we read about on the headlines are those who follow trends. If you want to hear about the latest trends, keep watching TECHBRIDGE on Lagos Television. Trust me, you will get the first and best information right here. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Confidence Stavely. I'm an ethical hacker. Keep watching TECHBRIDGE on Lagos Television.
Hi everyone, my name is Ali Akdogan. I'm a video games designer. Keep watching TECHBRIDGE on Lagos Television.
I'm Adiola Eka, influencer, content strategist. Keep watching TECHBRIDGE on LTV.
You are welcome back from commercial break, and the guest told us extensively about Metaverse. And Metaverse has to do with a bigger virtual space where you have NFTs, you have cryptocurrency, you have a lot of values. Well, when we keep exploring, we know more. So, and that is why you need to do more exploration so that at least you can be part of this trend, because if you are left behind, you'll be surprised that it has attracted value when it comes to Metaverse. I can't forget talking about cryptocurrency, because about few years back, people were like, no, this is MMM, this is a fraud. And a number of people are left behind. But today, from what we were told, cryptocurrency, or whatever you call it, attract close to $40 US, 40,000 or $40 million. So please take advantage of this opportunity, learn a little bit about it, develop your own NFTs, take advantage of Metaverse as well, so that at least you can be in that space, virtual reality space, and you'll be glad that you've done this. So we are glad that you've been part of this discussion today. Join us next week by 1:30 and we'll give you the latest in the world of technology. You can attest to it that we're bringing the latest every now and then, and it will really do you a lot of good. My name is Tony Alagoke. Bye for now.